So, one way microbes help us is by changing waste to manure, and manure you know is needed for plants. We studied that in agriculture. The second way is that some microbes like rhizobium and algae, which algae? Not all algae, but the blue green algae. They have a unique property, and that is they can change nitrogen to nitrogenous compounds, which are very much needed by plants. So, you know, farmers what they do, last time I told you, they also grow legumes, because this rhizobium lives in the roots of legumes. What are legumes? Those plants which have podded fruit like pea, gram, rajma, soya bean, all these are leguminous plants. So, when leguminous plants is grown either along with or in a successive pattern, when it is called rotation of crops, which means one season say wheat, the second season gram or pea, then the nitrogenous deficiency gets removed without using fertilizer in a natural fashion, because legumes have that power of rhizobium, and rhizobium can change nitrogen to nitrogenous compounds. No need to spoil soil by using fertilizers. Or sometimes what they do, they grow these leguminous plants and non-leguminous plants simultaneously in one field only. That also helps. So, second microbe, specific microbe which improves the fertility of soil is rhizobium and blue-green algae. But blue-green algae does not live in legumes, it is found in the soil. You like to eat curd? Yummy, yummy Shrikhand? Or just change it into lassi? Especially Punjabis are very fond of lassi. Now, from where does this curd come? You will say milk. Have you ever seen your mother setting curd? What she does? She takes a little milk, makes it lukewarm, then adds half spoon or a little of curd, mixes it well and puts it aside. And after few hours, the milk changes into curd. Now, who changes milk to curd? Our dear Lactobacillus. The Lactobacillus is a bacteria. The word lacto is for milk, and bacillus is the special type of bacteria which has a shape of rod. You know, bacteria have different shapes. They can be rod shaped, they can be comma shaped, they can even be spherical. So, Lactobacillus is that bacteria which is rod shaped and can change milk to curd. How nice? So, another friend, in fact, even cheese is converted from milk, and the bacteria has a role to play in this. So, so many things we get by the action of bacteria. Now, let me tell you one thing more. You like cakes? You like Bhatura, Idli, Dosa? What is common between these things? If you look at them, all of them have holes. They are spongy, soft. Cake, idli, both are totally different things. But then the common point is they are porous. Now, why do they become porous? That's the doing of yeast, a unicellular fungus. When yeast comes in contact with sugar, it is able to break it down into alcohol and carbon dioxide. Now, this carbon dioxide gets trapped in the dough, and when we bake or steam or fry, then it becomes soft and spongy. That is why we use yeast in these substances. Or sometimes what we these days do, we do not use yeast, but we use soda bicarb or the baking powder. Soda bicarb is sodium bicarbonate. The purpose is same, to release carbon dioxide. Even you can use ENO. Yes, another yummy dish, the Dhokla, even that is made in similar fashion. You know, you can do it yourself. Take some maida and then put hot water in it and then add yeast. Knead it and change it into balls and then just cover it. After a little while, you will find that your maida has become puffed up. Why? Because of carbon dioxide. So, all these yummy dishes which our bakers make or we bake at home, they are because of yeast, which can change sugar into alcohol plus carbon dioxide. Now, the use of carbon dioxide you have seen, it is in the cooking. And what about alcohol? We don't like to waste anything. You can take some water, add sugar to it, add yeast and keep it aside. After some time, you will get a pungent smell which resembles that of alcohol. Why? Because ethyl alcohol has been produced. So, human beings used it to make wine and other alcoholic drinks. And the places where these drinks are made or beverages are made, they are called breweries. So, various kind of sources of carbohydrate are used to make alcohol and wine. All kinds of things are used, cashew nut, rice, grapes, different type of fruits, because when yeast breaks them, it changes into alcohol, which is then distilled and then it is utilized. However, taking alcohol is not a good habit. Why? Because it is a habit forming substance. People become dependent on it and it can create disaster. It creates social problems, it creates health problems and of course, it is waste of money. And also you can't work because your body starts giving away. You can also develop liver problems. So, always say no to alcohol. Use carbon dioxide produced by yeast for yummy dishes. Why bother about alcohol, which is so harmful, isn't it?